AMD Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the TCU Horned Frogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Should we fear the Frog this season? TCU coming out 9-4 last year, but have lost their quarterback, Josh Huber, to the transfer portal. Sonny Dykes has signed a new contract, a new recovery and wellness center. They've got some of the best facilities in the Big 12. We'll see if they can continue some dominance after their run to the national championship a few years ago. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Vols headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. So TCU's offense will have the football first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Oh, they're after him. Fires downfield. That's reeled in. It's small. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. To throw, it's Craig. Quickly to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Makes a catch. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Reads it, fires complete. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Timeout taken by the Horned Frogs. That's their final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Horned Frogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Gets it just across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and that's where the return is stopped. So Tennessee's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And this offensive line obviously has its strengths, but you're not going to have to look further than that left side. Like, this offense gets a little bit run-heavy to the left for a reason. Left guard, left tackle, the strength of this unit. They work so well together, great individual players. And Palmer, sometimes when you got a side of the line that's a little bit...
He's going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
The Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Heupel at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
He's marked out of bounds at the 50. First down for the offense.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. No fall off from the noise or intensity from this crowd as we start the 4th quarter. At the 40, there he goes. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He's got it on the right. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Unleashes one deep. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively.
Going for it all. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a huge scoring extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Craig. Looking down the middle. Complete to the right. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth, so of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The offense set for a first down play. Running inside, it's Payne. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Brings up 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
I know 4 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but man, it's so nice when you can dictate to a defense. And 4 yards, back-to-back plays, now set up where the whole playbook's available. I can do whatever I want. I can be aggressive. I love when offenses stay in that 3rd down and short range.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for room, it's Payne. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. The run inside. It's Payne. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And at this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, TCU! They get on the board first here in the overtime period. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Almost had the huge interception there. Man, what a change that would have been. Instead, we're looking at third down.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a third down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
Fires into the end zone. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up fourth down.
Offense just not able to get it clicking down here in the red zone. That's 3 straight incompletions, trying to fit the football into tight windows, but the timing not there, and now it sets up fourth down.
Wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Volunteers! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. We play on first down here in the second overtime period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Give to the running back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. They'll run it. It's Bishop. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Looking for a man. It's Craig. It's complete on the right side. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
He'll do it himself. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Hit as he throws. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. And got it! And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. Wants to throw. It's Craig. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat. So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. Denied. The 2-point try is stopped, and a game-winning play by this defense in overtime. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.